In this video, I will be revealing secrets that prop firms do not want you to know. Some of the darkest things, some of the nastiest things that you didn't know about prop firms that we're gonna expose in this video, and how you can actually make sure that you're not a victim of it and that you come out on top instead of being just another statistic. But before we go any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Axel and I've been in the prop firm trading space since 2021. We've done multiple things in this space, and it all started with helping people pass their own challenges. That was my core thing that I was known for, and we've done it multiple times, me and my team, for over 3,000 to 4,000 people. Then we went on to create automated trading bots that would do that for you. Again, we've helped thousands of people make money with automated trading bots, whether it's on prop firms or on their own personal accounts. And now what we actually do is we have something new called pre-funded accounts. Now, before I get into that and how that works, let's get back to the main subject, which is prop firms and their darkest secrets. Do you want to know them? Then listen up. You see, a lot of people are naive. They don't truly understand the economics of the business model behind prop firms. They think it's just like, oh yeah, I'll just go buy a challenge and pass it and just get paid, as if it's that easy. When in reality, we have all the numbers and we will expose them today to show you the percentage of people that pass, the percentage of people that pass phase 2, the percentage of people that even get to the payout stage. All of this will be revealed today, and the results will be shocking. You see, I was once in the same exact situation. I was once young and naive, and I was like, okay, this makes a lot of sense. If I buy an FTMO challenge for $500 and then I pass it, and then I pass phase 2, then it's easy. I'll just continue the same thing, get to the payout stage, and start making $8,000 per month if I just hit 8% on 100K, right? Sounds so easy. Wrong. When I went to actually do it in real life and I started passing my own challenges in 2020, that's where I first got introduced to this whole concept before I started doing it for other people. So in 2020, I was like, okay, this shouldn't be that hard, right? I'll just pass it and then start getting paid, right? Wrong. I failed multiple times after attempting, and now what I thought would be just a $500 expense became a thousands and thousands of dollar expense before I ever got my first funded account. So now, was it really a $500 decision or a multi-$1,000 decision, right? And this is why we're gonna delve deep into these statistics, because I have a secret. I was able to get data from a prop firm themselves. So this is internal data from a prop firm that exposes their numbers, that exposes how many people pass, how many people get paid out, all of that. You ready to see the results? Then we should go over to my computer and I'll share my screen and we'll break down this data. So what we have in front of you here is statistics from a prop firm directly. And this is for the month of November. So as you can see here, this is a very big prop firm. This was not a prop firm that's not known or small. This is a massive, the second biggest prop firm at the time. So you can see here that the total amount paid out was $2.8 million. That looks nice, right? Wow, they paid out $2.8 million to people. People are making money, right? Well, yes and no. The people that are successful are making money, but the majority, it's a different story. So let's move on. We got the most traded pair, which is gold, XAUUSD. We got the most profitable pair, which is, again, gold, which is actually also why it's my favorite pair personally. And we can see here that the least profitable pair, interestingly enough, is actually JBP-JPY. Interesting. Now let's look at this. The percentage of people that signed up and passed phase 1 is only 10% of every single person that purchased. Does that make sense? This is just phase 1, by the way. Only 10% were able to even pass phase 1. But this gets even scarier, because the people who pass phase 2 are only 24% of the traders who pass phase 1. So out of this 10%, we'll take 24% out of that small percentage of people, and only those pass phase 2. So let's do some basic math here. Let's say we have 1,000 people that signed up for this, right? Let's take that as an example. So that means out of 1,000 people, 10% passed phase 1, which would make it 100 people. So out of 1,000, only 100 people passed phase 1. Then 24% of that would be 24% of 100, which would be 24. So that means out of 1,000 people, only 24 people made it past phase 2. But it gets even scarier than that. When we see here, the most interesting thing right here is reached first profit split. And we can see that only 3% of traders who passed phase 2 ever reached their profit split. Do you know what that means? This does not mean 3% of the 1,000. This is 3% of the 24 people. That's 0.7 people. That's like less than one person. Or we can round it up and say one person. So out of each 1,000 people, only one person gets paid. Do you see the dark economics behind this? Do you see why prop firms are so profitable themselves? And do you want to keep doing things the old way? Do you want to keep feeding into this and having a 1%, actually a less than 1% chance of getting paid out? Is that where you want to put your money? Or do you think there are smarter investments? Or maybe in the same industry, you don't have to get out of Forex. You don't even have to get out of prop firms. But maybe it's time for you to get smarter and do things the right way, the smart way, that actually benefits the person, the trader, instead of benefiting the corporation or the prop firm, as we could see right here. So from doing the math, let's do it real quick again. Out of 1,000 people, 10% pass, which means that's 100 people. Out of 100 people, 24% pass the second phase, which means 24 people. Out of 24 people, 3% get paid and reach their first profit split, which is less than one person. We can round it up for it to be one person. This is where your money is going when you're trading prop firms, especially when you have no strategy, when you have no kind of direction of what to do, when you have nothing. This is your average resale trader. This is where it goes. And now this happens to be a very big company. Of course, the people who did get paid out and were able to get paid out made a lot of money. They made good money. You can see they paid out $2.8 million in payouts. This company specifically had thousands and hundreds of thousands of members. They were actually making $200 million a year in revenue. And I'm sure a part of that would also go to payouts, of course. But the revenue will be astronomically bigger and the profit is astronomically bigger because only less than 1% of people get paid out. So for them, it wasn't a problem to pay 2.8 million if they were making 20 plus million in a month. Makes sense? But let's be honest, if you're watching this, you're probably not going to be that super low statistic of people that's going to be able to be paid out. Because if you were, most likely, most probably, you wouldn't be here watching this video. You would be going there getting paid out and you wouldn't watch a video about the darkest secrets about prop firms, right? You would be making videos about how you got paid out. And that's not to throw any shade at you or anything. I'm just showing you that you're not the only one. We're talking about hundreds, maybe even millions of people who've done prop firm challenges and only a super small percentage of people that got paid out. So these were statistics from one prop firm, right? Are all of them the same? I'm sure there's always a variance. There's always, some prop firms will have a higher passing rate, some prop firms will have a lower one. Depends on the rules, depends on multiple factors, but we can assume that it's all around the same numbers. We can totally assume that it's less than 1% of people who sign up for prop firms that get paid out. We can assume that universally across all prop firms. So what is the solution? What is the solution if you're a trader, you want to get more capital, and you want to get paid out? Because at the end of the day, you could be part of the 10% who pass phase 1 or phase 2, whatever, but are you going to get paid out? At the end of the day, did you purchase the prop firm challenge for you to just look at the funding? Did you purchase it to get bragging rights that you have hundreds of thousands of capital that you can trade now? Or did you buy it because you wanted to make money and make income? I'm pretty sure the reason is the latter. So what can you do in this situation? Remember in the beginning of the video, I said we started doing something called pre-funded accounts. This is where all of that comes into place. The reason we created it, the reason we came up with this formula even in the first place is because of these statistics. It's because I've been in this space. I've been the statistic. I was part of the 1% whatever who didn't get paid, and then I was the part of the 1% who did get paid. Matter of fact, I can put a payout here from 2021 that I received from FTMO. This is years ago at this point. So I saw both sides. I failed multiple prop firm challenges before I even got my first payout. Now, luckily, what ends up happening is that first payout covers for all the failures, which is good. But that was just me. I happen to be a very good trader that also uses AI and EAs to my advantage in order to pass these things. But what about the regular person who doesn't know anything about all this stuff? You're doomed. You're going to be a statistic, which is exactly why we created the pre-funded accounts. So this is the type of account where you can only get it from us right now. You could get the funded account itself. So you purchase the funded account. So there is no failure. You skip all these statistics that only 10% or 4% of people are able to even get there. You skip all of that and you 100% get the funded account itself. But not only that, you still have a 3% chance that you're gonna get paid out, even if we give you the funded account, right? We saw the statistics. Even if we give you the funded account, you only have a 3% chance that you're gonna make money with it. So what we decided to do was that we will also manage that account for you. And listen to this, we will guarantee that you get to your first payout. That's right, we guarantee it. That means this thing that only 3% of the people who pass are able to do, we will guarantee that we'll be able to do it. Or else you get all of your money back from purchasing the pre-funded accounts. That's how confident we are in this. And that's why we created, it's basically the ultimate prop firm offer that you could ever get, ever. I know it's crazy. And you must be thinking to yourself, this sounds a little too good to be true, buddy. And you know what? I completely understand. And let me explain why. I've been in this space, like I said, since 2021. I've sold multiple things in this space. I've passed my own prop firm challenges. I've passed multiple prop firms manually trading for thousands of people, and then we passed multiple thousands of prop firm challenges trading with trading bots for thousands of people, until we stumbled upon this formula where we're able to combine all of it and able to combine our relationships that over the year we accumulated and have made with prop firms. Because at the end of the day, you could try to get a pre-funded account from prop firms, they won't let you. You need to be licensed, you need to have the right relationships, you need to know the owners of the prop firms before you can do this. And man, I spent a long time shaking people's hands, shaking CEO owners of prop firms and this and that. We went and traveled to Dubai. I was just in New York and Miami, met with 2-3 different CEOs of different prop firms, talking to them, speaking to them how we can get involved, how we can partner up. All of this stuff that happens behind the scenes that we were able to leverage and create the best offer that exists in the prop firm space, that probably will ever exist, to be honest. Because what else is there? What else is there other than getting the funded account itself, removing the 90% chance of failure, and then guaranteeing you the payout, which only 3% of people who even pass in the first place get to? Now, again, let's go back to the main thing. You're probably thinking this sounds a little too good to be true. And in fact, it's not. First of all, we have the experience to back it up. You can go back to my channel, find videos in 2021 or 2020 where I talk about prop firms and that I just passed this and just passed that. You could go back in the past. I've been in season and doing this for years. Number 2, this is expensive. Straight up, pre-funded accounts are not cheap. This is an expensive service and it must be that way in order for you to get this. Think about it. If you're getting basically no risk, plus you're getting managed to the point where you get your first payout and you're getting all of these things, what do you think? Do you think is gonna be cheap? These pre-funded accounts can be upwards of 10 times the price of a regular challenge. Straight up. But think about it. Do you wanna keep failing? Do you wanna be a statistic? Because you could just keep paying $500 for 100K each sign. In the total, you'll have spent $4,000 or $5,000 before you even got your first funded accounts. And then after that, who guarantees you that you're gonna get paid out to make back this money? You have 3% chance of that. Do you really want to gamble on this very, very low statistic? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Now, is this pre-funded account thing right for everybody? No, it's not. There's always a subsection of people where this is just not right for, especially people who want to trade themselves, for example, right? That want total control of everything. We can't necessarily give you that with a pre-funded account because then we can't guarantee you your guaranteed payout, right? If we let you trade it, we don't know if you're gonna get your payout or not. We don't know if you're profitable or not. We know that we're profitable. We know that we can get you to your first payout. And so this is for those type of people that want to get paid from the prop firms, no matter what. At least we hold your hands until you get your first payout. And then after that, there's multiple options of what you could do. And realistically, this is not going to make you a millionaire or whatever, or start making $20,000 per month. No, that's not what it is. The way that we trade is very conservative. We're very risk averse. We understand and totally respect risk management in a way where, hey, we treat this like a hedge fund. We have millions of dollars in capital that we're trading. Millions of dollars, over $20 million in funded capital that we're trading. You think we're gonna be careless with that? Just think about it, because we can also get paid. Once you get the accounts, we also get paid in the back end by getting a profit split, usually between 25% or 15% of the profits, depending on the account size. Of course, the bigger the account size, you get the perk of having a lower profit split. Now think about it, $20+ million, 25% of each of those accounts we will get, because we guarantee that you're gonna get paid out. So each of those is guaranteed that we get paid out, or else we gotta refund you. And that starts adding up to a lot of money for us and for you, right? But for us as a business, we have a cumulative effect. The more accounts, more money on the back end for us, which is amazing. But then again, we want to keep that. We don't want to mess that up. We don't want to mess up our back end earnings and mess that up. No, we want to keep that going. So do you think we will trade carelessly and go crazy high profits, chasing crazy highs? Of course not. We trade conservatively, we make money, we guarantee you the payouts, we guarantee that you're gonna receive the payouts, and then we're both happy. It's a month to month, you're gonna make money, then you're gonna make money, then you're gonna make money, and that's how it's gonna work. Thank you for attending my TED Talk about the craziness, the madness, the darkest secrets of prop firms and the statistics. By the way, if you wanna go check these statistics, those specific ones are from a prop firm called My Forex Funds. They don't operate today, even though they were the second biggest at the time. They don't exist today. They had a lot of legal issues, this is that, and they had to shut down. But if they were the second biggest, we can assume that the other prop firms basically have extremely similar numbers. Of course, some percentages may be higher, some may be lower, but you can trust that these numbers are accurate. And this is coming from the prop firm themselves. So, thank you for attending this. If you learned something, let me know down below in the comments and tell me, what do you think, man? Is it worth it to try and pass prop firms yourself with zero help, with zero edge? Or is it not worth it? And is it better to put your money elsewhere? Or is it better to get a pre-funded account? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your opinions about this.